Hello, this is Angela at Angela's Garden Sense, and I'm here about to harvest a few peppers. And these were cayennes. Gosh, I have had these in my garden since springtime. I've harvested a handful, no more than like 5 from this plant, and sorry about that car horn there, from a few other plants as well, just a handful. And I haven't touched this plant in well over a month, and it's just been sort of sitting there and not necessarily producing new blooms. Even when I did harvest a handful earlier in the year, a couple of blooms came out and they've been sitting there. It's taken at least a month or more, a month and a half, just for these peppers, just for one branch to yield maybe 3 and then just sit there for weeks at a time. Is this something that those of you who are pepper enthusiasts have happen? Is that why you may have an entire bed of peppers just to be able to yield a good crop? As you can see, they're really small, and now, of course, I must admit my soil is not great. We have a lot of gray, well, it's actually not, it's this hard clay type of soil. So I have to amend the soil, and whenever I put something down, I make sure I put a lot of things in the hole that give it some room for growth. But I don't know, even down at the beds on the lower part of my backyard where I have fluffier soil and have put a lot of other things in terms of potting soil and looser soil, they never got very large either. Is this normal? I would be curious to know what those of you who have had a lot of success and a larger yield of peppers have had in terms of your experience. And as you can see, each little branch has about 3. I think I have 1 or 2. There's a new bloom there, but not very much. Um, Not much activity going on. I also have a plant next to it that has literally no peppers on it. It's just been sitting there for weeks. This is the bed where I had the really big, huge tomato. Remember that huge amount of orange that I had earlier in the year? That was growing here in this space over here. And now I do have a few blooms on this one. You can see a few. Not much. I don't think I have gotten any peppers at all from that. I'm getting some blooms now that I hope will yield something. But I'm curious, what has been your experience with peppers as we get closer to, and I know peppers really like heat, and it does take them a long time. So to really produce, and I'm in Maryland zone 7, so I know that patience is clearly something that is required, and these are okay, but it's just not been a huge production. And I have learned, now that I have more growing space, I am going to devote some beds entirely to one particular vegetable, and I will have a pepper bed next year as well as an okra bed, and of course I'll be growing tomatoes all over the place. But what's been your experience with peppers? I'm going to yield these because these just haven't gotten very large, and I really think they've reached their full length. Also, another question: do you wait for them to get red on the plant before you harvest, or do you harvest them now? Now in this one, you can see a few buds. I hope you can see that clearly. Anyway, just thought I would share a little bit of my pepper harvest with you, and hope that something will come forth as I harvest these. Maybe it'll push out a few more blooms in the next 2 to 3 weeks, which I tend to doubt, before the weather starts to get really chilly. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to plant something, and yes, always eat what you grow. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.